Okay, when I sit down with the patient and we're starting to really start to define and build their smile, inevitably we end up determining what kind of smile we're going to have. And I use the Smile Guide Pro, and I downloaded it on my iPad, and it's just awesome. It really is. And on my home screen there, you can see at the bottom, that's the Smile Guide Pro app, and you just click on that, and it opens up a screen called the Smile Guide Touch. And the way that it works is pretty simple. You start there in the bottom. That bottom left-hand button is called the Touch Designer, and that opens up this screen. And this screen is probably the most masculine one that they have. The first, if we looked at the cuspid shapes, our options are flat, pointed, and I'll kind of show you. You can kind of watch the cuspids move to pointed to more round. And then, if you will, skip over to the right where it says smile line character. What that determines is the length of the laterals, and so I can take it a little shorter, or even a lot shorter, depending on how much of step you want to take down. I'm going to leave it on about a 2, which is about a quarter of a millimeter. I think each drop is a quarter of a millimeter. But the central part, the incisor shapes, is really where we can dial this in for our patients. The SS stands for, on the top line, stands for square, square. And we're going to first look at the shape of the central incisor. And whatever you do to one, it does to the other one. So square, square is the first one, and I'm just going to work my way around. This is square curved. We can see that distal incisor will kind of curve up. It'll curve a little more here because this is square round. And notice that what happened when you choose square round. I'm going to go back to square curved and look at the lateral, because when I go to square round, it automatically changes that lateral shape, because you would never have a central that's square round with a lateral that's more square. So it kind of builds that in for us naturally. As we get more feminine in our shapes, we're going to go both curved, and then if we go curve rounded, then the distals of the front 4 teeth will be rounded. You can kind of see that happen. Now it's more curve rounded. And then the most feminine of all is the round. And automatically when you choose the round, this is what goes on the bottom. So let's kind of see in the middle of that. We'll go say straight round on the centrals. I then have the choice of either going straight round on the laterals, or I can go curved round, or I can go round. So I sit there with the patient, and we literally just kind of say, what do you like? And every patient's a little different. Some people like the square look, some people like the round look. And again, what we're determining here is just how we want their wax up to look. I mean, this is just the beginning step, because we want to have our patients dictate their smile, but we want to get that wax up as close as we can. So once we've determined, hey, we like this shape right here. In fact, let's go curve rounded, and curve rounded on both. Let's shorten that lateral a little more. We'll leave our cuspid round. I like that look. That's a good look. Let's say the patient likes that look. Then what we do in the upper right hand corner, we literally just create a prescription. So we type in the patient's name and just do it while they're sitting there. And well, there we go. Perfect. And then we click the date, today's date, and let's do the upper 10. So we're going to tell our lab we're going to wax up 4 through 13. Shade doesn't matter here. I'll usually put wax up, and then we're all good to go. Then in the upper right hand corner, we can save that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to email this prescription, and I'm going to email it. This one I'm going to email to me, so that we can see it. There it is. Enter that, click send, and then I'll pull it up for you in a little bit. And then if I want to save this for a future date, which I do save everything, we'll save that. And since I've done this before, but let's replace the existing RX, and that's successful, and then we're all done. It's a great, simple little program that involves your patient and helps determine their new, beautiful smile. One other thing, too, if we wanted to, in that upper left-hand corner, it says we're print RX. We can also print the prescription, and I'll print that for us and show you guys what it looks like. Save it as this. And there we go.